I always lose it to some degree between ideas. Linda time! Oh. At least I know I'm giving myself the chance to figure something out that makes me happy. All right, let's go, cheerio. That was probably the scariest thing I've done in a while. There's dirtiness in all sorts of places. Happy birthday to you. Oh yeah, oh my goodness. Man, I just can't stop smiling. There's just a good day, except for the part where I almost died, but even that was really good.
So long, until later.
Time for some honesty. Making these videos really sucks. I'm in this weird period where everything I make disgusts me, where I can't stand my voice, where I'm pretty sure that every single shot is bad, every single thought I have is just worthless. It's basically a long practice of self-love, aka not hating everything that I do and say and think. And this process is almost always brought on between ideas, when I finish one idea and when I've yet to start the next idea, or yet to even come up with the next idea. It's like this big chasm that I have to fill with nothing but my wild thoughts. I'm finishing up the People Who Wander series that has occupied most of my time lately, and now I'm trying to figure out what is next. What do I do next? Where do I go next? What matters? What should I be doing? What do I believe in myself enough to accomplish? And who do I think I am to spend my time and my money pointing my camera at myself and at others? You can bet your bottom dollar that I'm thinking about all that while I'm swinging in this hammock. Blender time! I know I should wash my blueberries, but I'm living life on the edge. This really is just such an awesome way to stay able to stay in a coffee shop for way longer, because I can just essentially take a bite from a meal every couple of seconds.
This is not an ad.
Some very simple pleasures that come with life in general, but definitely some simple van life pleasures. One of them is finding a laundromat, a simple laundromat. I just want to use quarters. I don't want to have a card and all that, so that I can clean my clothes and be a clean boy. You're a real boy again. I'm a real boy. It's really interesting how you get started with a sentence and then you realize that somebody is watching you, and so you don't want to finish that sentence. You also realize that everyone at this laundromat is not wearing clothes and is quite interesting characters, and that maybe you should go to a different laundromat.
I'm Prison Mike!
I'm gonna try to find a different laundromat. We're going to a different one. You know, normally I am not one to think that a place is sketchy. What are you doing? Where are you going, buddy? Okay. But when there are angry people in the parking lot without clothes on...
I hope you're not recording this conversation. Good.
It's probably better to just go check the other one out across town, you know?
I am here to scare you straight!
So as I was saying, there's simple pleasures in life, like knowing that you're safe and secure and not going to get beaten to death while you try to clean your dirty underwear and socks. It's very, very dirty underwear.
You smell like beef and cheese. You don't smell like Santa.
It's really interesting to be at a place where you're taking comfort from the fact that you know that you have no idea what you're doing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I've abandoned my child!
I haven't known what I'm doing for quite some time, actually. For a while in my life, I've made decisions that I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be honest with myself and honest with what I want and what I don't want. You can actually take comfort in the idea or the knowledge that you don't know what you're doing, and in fact, you wouldn't know what you're doing even if you were in another place in life. Like if I were at a good job, I still wouldn't know what I'm doing in life. So when I'm out here making videos and traveling around and trying to figure out what it means to create stories and tell stories, I still don't know what I'm doing, but it's the same type of I don't know what I'm doing that I would have in a regular job, except out here, at least I know I'm giving myself the chance to figure something out that makes me happy. There's a laundromat, and I missed it.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
Now we gotta find out how to get into this laundromat. I'll be right back. Okay, we made it. And there's very clothed, normal people here. Oh, why is it that as soon as I turn the camera on, all my good thoughts disappear? Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from Jeremiah's biceps. Happy birthday to you.
Stop it. Get some help.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I would rather have no idea what I'm doing in life as I am right now, risking things for something that might be really amazing, than not know what I'm doing and knowing that I'm not taking the risks that I want to be taking. I used my time for other people. I used my time for corporations. I used my time to make money and to move in the corporate world and to do a career. And it just felt so empty to me. It felt like a big circle that I was just going to go in the rest of my life. And yeah, the circle will get more fancy and more comfortable, but I'd just be in this circle for the rest of my life. Now I feel like I'm using my time to walk down a path that every new discovery, every hurdle, every time I trip, every time I just break down and I can't go any further, it still feels like I'm doing something with my own feet rather than going in this merry-go-round of comfort and of security and of self-assurance that the world gives you. I'm kind of choosing to break out of that and to walk off the path and figure out if there's anything out here for me. Just hanging out with Jeremiah as he folds his laundry.
This should be fun.
The reality of pointing a camera at yourself and trying to talk to it is that most of the time you don't say anything really important. The interesting stuff is when you can work yourself into a place where you say something that surprises even yourself.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going.
Do you ever just wake up and think, it's not as early as I wanted it to be for my hike, but it's also not super late, and I need to go hike, and I said I would go do it, and I'm really tired, and I still have my retainers in. Yeah, that's kind of what I said to myself this morning.
The key to hiking is to get out there before your mind can get the message to your body that this is a bad idea.
It's a bad idea!
What's a bad idea?
All right, let's go. Cheerio. On our way. Man, I should film on my way to hikes more often because I am normally not this cheery. No, we gotta drive slow because the camp host came out and yelled at me for driving super fast all day in and out of the campsite. And I said, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Now, are you sure it was me? Because I wasn't here all day. You don't argue with the camp host. I'm the camp host. As you guys saw, I was having very good posture in a coffee shop. Yesterday was, whoo, zipping around all day. You don't argue with me, I'm the camp host.
I know what love is.
I need to come up with a specific Jeremiah moan for the blender.
The following is intended only for mature audiences.
Oh, none of these feel honest. There's this weird period between ideas when you finish an idea and when you have to come up with another one where anything is possible, where you could go do anything. You sit in front of your laptop trying to come up with new ideas and you've got nothing but that blinking cursor in front of you. And this is a weird time for me. I always lose it to some degree between ideas. I just finished the People Who Wander series, and now I am in this weird space where I have to figure out what to do next, and anything is up for grabs. When hiking, it is essential to eliminate any unnecessary weight. So I'm gonna go visit the toilet before I get started.
You're not very bright, are you?
No, I'm not.
I'm I'm probably gonna regret bringing this, but we'll see. What better way to get my mind off of the chaos between ideas, between coming up with something new and leaving something old, than to walk deep into the woods and high up into a mountain. The climb was straight up as soon as you get on the trail. My steps got slower and slower, but the views just kept getting better and better. Long walks through the woods always help me think. They always help me realize that there's so much to be grateful for, and so much to be happy about, and so much to be excited about, even when you're stuck in a rut, or even when times are just not good. Eventually I made it to the top, enjoyed the beautiful views.
I can see my house from here.
And then I realized that there was another peak that nobody else was going to, and of course I had to do what Jeremiah does and try to get up that peak as well.
OMG, that is a nasty ass sweat pattern.
By the way, climbing back down to the camera sucks. Well, I gotta be honest with you, I turned around. It's just too steep and too gravelly. Honestly, that was probably the scariest thing I've done in a while. I hope my mom doesn't watch this. I'm gonna finish getting down. I did the hard part. The hard part was up there. Oh, Conquered by the mountain. Not a bad place to sit, Conquered though. I was thinking though, on both my climb up, when I reached a point where I couldn't convince myself to continue, and then climb down as well. Fear is such an interesting thing in life, because on one hand, you know that you want to push past your fears in order to grow or in order to achieve something, because oftentimes our fears are limiting and they're self-imposed in a kind of unnecessary or irrational way. But then fear is also your key to understanding when you've gotten yourself into a situation where it's not too late yet to turn around and to save yourself. Oftentimes quite literally out here in the mountains. I think for most people in life, they don't want to be defeated by fear in their life. But when the fear gets to a point where you know that you need to turn around, is that because you're just afraid, or is that because you actually should turn around? So fear is something I think about a lot. I am on the hunt for water to swim in, because after a hike like that, there's dirtiness in all sorts of places that you don't want there for longer than just as short as you can make it. There's a beautiful river here, and there's a spot I passed, but it's like right on the main trail. But I think we're gonna do it anyway because I'm a creep. Hey. Hey. That was kind of a perfect day. A mountain with views that nearly killed me, filming a bunch and getting a bunch of good footage, a river swimming hole that basically is one of my favorites now. Pretty good time. And it's only like 2 p.m. because we walk very, very fast.
Why are you doing this?
I just felt like running.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this. I've been making potatoes and then bagging them and putting lemon juice inside, like from a real lemon, inside the bag. And then while that sits in the fridge, that lemon juice just inundates the potatoes, and it's so good. Oh, so good. Oh my goodness. Hell yeah, that is so good.
Disgusting.
We're gonna eat this up. Giddy up. Giddy up into my throat. Just focus on eating. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Dude, check out that farmer's tan. It looks like I'm naked. I'm not naked. I got pants on. Oh.
That's enough food porn for today.
What a good day. We need groceries and... Oh, my life! I need to go work. Sometimes public libraries are the way to go as far as good Wi-Fi, quiet environment, plugs and table. You know, you can't have food and drink. Sometimes I bring in like a little resealable coffee, take little sips. Don't let them know. Man, I just can't stop smiling. That was just a good day. Just a really good day. Except for the part where I almost died. But even that was really good. I feel like without that, it would have been less good.
but I didn't die, so it's super good.
So long, until later.
No. Pretty Caroline.